So before we look at now, putting together your writing portfolio, I wanted to touch on this. So this is something that most of writers that I've worked with or, I've trained struggle with a lot. Like, you are in this position that this is your first time getting into freelance writing and you don't have a portfolio. Of course, you don't have writing samples. How do you go about it? So I've created here, a step-by-step 5 simple steps that you can use. There are 5. Yeah, there are 5 steps that you can use to create writing samples. Because remember, every time you're applying for a job, whether online, whether directly, or whether through marketplaces, the client will want to see the samples of your work. Yeah, the reason being is these samples showcases your writing ability to the potential client. Yeah. So the question is, what if you are just starting out and have no experience? How do you go about it? So the first thing you need to do is to choose a topic or a niche. So this is what you did in the previous step, in the previous lesson. That's you picked a niche. Yeah, you picked a niche. So the first step, of course, is to choose a niche or a topic that you're interested in. So this could be anything from technology to fashion, finance, or health. So these are the niches that we talked about earlier on this course. Now, the reason why you need to focus on a niche is because it helps you to focus on a specific area. And of course, it's easier to write when you have a topic in mind. Yeah. So you need to pick a niche, pick a topic. So of course, once you picked you picked a niche earlier, now you need to pick a topic inside. So for example, if you are in finance, you can talk about the top 5 apps, loan apps. If you're in health, you can talk about the top 5 exercise and such stuff. Now, once you've picked a topic, the next thing you need to do is to research. So you need to research and gather relevant information. So this could include reading articles, blog posts, and watching videos related to your topic. Now, of course, you need to take note of the main points and ideas and think about how you can add your own perspective or the opinion. Now, once you've picked a topic, go to research. Now, inside the research, these are some of the things you can read. You can go through articles, you can go through blog posts, and even watch YouTube videos on that topic. And of course, while at it, you need to think about how you can add your own perspective or opinion inside. So here's an example. So let's say you want to create a writing sample about veganism. So you could research the benefits of a vegan diet, popular vegan recipes, or the impact of animal agriculture on the environment. Now, once you've researched, the next step is to write an outline. Of course, so an outline helps you to organize your thoughts and structure your writing. So write down the main points you want to cover and the order in which you want to present them. So using our example above, that's the vegan topic, here is a sample. So the first thing is introduction, what's veganism, benefits of a vegan diet, popular vegan recipes, and then of course the impact of animal agriculture on the environment, and then the conclusion. Now look at how this makes it easier now to sit down and write. Of course, we'll talk about that in step 4. So don't forget this step. You need an outline. So once you have an outline, you need to sit down and write. Now as you write, you need to remember to keep your writing clear, concise, and engaging. Now use a conversational tone and add examples or personal experiences to support your points. Now I've given you an example here. If you look at below this video, if you're watching this on my website, you can see the example of the introduction, what you can write there, the section of benefits. So essentially what you're doing under step 4 is just filling out everything here. So the introduction is where you introduce us to what is veganism, why should we care about it. Under the benefits, you give us what are the benefits, what do I stand to gain from vegan diet. And then of course vegan, you talk about vegan, the top vegan recipes. So you can talk about 4 of them here. Next, you can now discuss the impact of animal agriculture on the environment. And of course, lastly, you need to conclude That's, you recap the main points, and then of course you give out a call to action. Yeah. Then finally, the last thing you need to do is to edit and proofread. So after writing your sample, it's essential to edit and proofread to ensure that your writing is error-free and flows well. So you need to check for things like spelling, grammatical errors, and of course, the best way to do this found is to read your work out loud and see if it sounds natural. Yeah. So just to recap again, if you don't have writing samples, these are the steps you need to do. So once you've picked a niche, pick a topic inside, then research. So under the research, you can look at articles, blog posts, and watch videos on that topic that you want to write about. Then you generate an outline. So an outline is, everything you want to cover inside that topic. Once you've produced an outline, you now need to sit down and write. And as you do that, make sure what you are writing is clear, concise, and it's engaging. Yeah. And of course, you can use examples to, put out your points. Then, of course, once you've done that, you need to edit and proofread. Now, what happens next? Now, what happens is if you are writing this for a client, you can send them directly. But what happens is you need to put together what we call a portfolio. So let's meet in the next lesson and we talk about this in depth.